What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're going to be picking back up on the Blazer once again. I have a couple more little things I have to do to this to make some improvements. So coming up here to the rack, we made this plate for the front. The problem with it is this. Yeah, it makes a lot of noise. Fortunately, it's not touching the truck itself. It's just where it's sitting against the rack. Since it bolts over here on the side and on the front, there's really nothing holding it in the center. I was trying to decide whether I wanted to try to put a bolt in the center, but I think I have a fix for that. We just got to pull it off really quick. So I have some of this rubber weather stripping that I'm going to add to the back side of this, and it'll just give it something to sit between this plate and the rack so that if it does move at all, it's not going to have that rattle. I think that is hopefully going to solve our problem. Alright, now this thing is solid. I got that rubber between there. It's not going to make any more noise. I also added a screw here and here. I need to paint those screw heads black so they don't stand out like a sore thumb. But I think that just added the extra rigidity that it needs. So now it's not going to make that damn noise anymore while we're driving. So moving on, there's one more thing that I want to do that I should have did whenever I was putting the radiator in. I need to close off a gap that's in the top, but let me get this thing all opened up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So while I have some of this rubber trim left, I have a good place to use it, and that is right here on top of the radiator. So as you can see, if you look in there, you can see the fins of the radiator. That's going to allow air to escape through here, and I really want any air that is blowing through the front of the truck or being sucked through by the fans, I want it to pass through the condenser and through the radiator. This right here, this is going to create a path of least resistance, man. So the plan is I'm going to pop this little plate off that I made, and I just need to put some of that weather stripping between the radiator and the core support. So whenever I pull this back and put this plate back on, it smushes that rubber and it'll be closing that off. The sides are already closed off. The bottom is closed off really well from the factory setup. Like, it has this little plastic guards on the side that sit against the radiator. They actually have a little edge that bends in and sits directly against the radiator, so it closes that all off. So the only open area is right there, and I want to get rid of that. Alright, so another thing that I'm wanting to do while we have this all torn apart right now, I want to check the fans. Well, I don't really have any way of necessarily measuring CFM, but from my understanding, I think these fans are around an 800 CFM, where these Mishimoto fans that I used to have on khaki a long time ago are around like an 1100 CFM. So they're a little bit better than these. I mean, on paper, you know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure. So the only thing I can really do is just put power to one of these and then put power to one of these and just kind of feel and hear the difference. I do know that this is a design that's similar to Spall with the fan blade design that curves like that. I've done a lot of research now on fans, and the fans that I really want to run on this, on my other Blazer, and pretty much my opinion, I think the best bang for your buck whenever it comes to electric fans, in which I don't have a set, I would like to get a set, is Proform. They're 12-inch fans, because these are 12-inch. I would obviously have to replace it with 12-inch as well. For two Proform brushless fans, they're like $360 for two of them. So I do want to eventually get a set of those to put on this, because those are 2100 CFM per fan, one fan. So it'd be a total of like 4200 CFM, where right now these two fans is 1600, And if these ones are 1100, that would be 2200 CFM for these two fans. So 1600, 2200, where the Pro Form would be 4200 CFM. Much stronger fan, and they're brushless, and they have that slow start to where they come on slow. They don't hit your voltage, your amp. It doesn't pull amps like right away, you know what I mean? It slowly starts up, which is good for the whole electrical setup. But for the time being, I want to see if these Mishimoto fans are going to be a little bit better than these ones. And you guys get to see the reason why I'm doing this. I haven't been having like overheating problems, but it does still get kind of warm. But if you power this fan on, listen to how kind of weak it sounds. Alright, now let's see what the Mishimoto sounds like. Alright, I went ahead and swapped out for the Mishimoto fans because they actually do feel like they are just ever so slightly a little bit stronger. And the fans are on here. I did just notice. I had Jessica come out and help me, you know, get a second opinion on it. But one of them seems pretty normal. Like, I'd say as strong feeling as the Mishimoto's. But the other one, I think it was this one, feels a little bit on the weak side. And it has kind of like a clicking whenever you first turn it on. So that might have been my issue with the reason why I feel like this thing is getting a little bit warmer than what it should be. So anyhow, I went ahead and swapped them out. Both of these fans are working really well and really strong. They do feel a little bit stronger than those. So while I have this off, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this weather stripping around the back edge as well, so that we have a nice rubber weather strip going in between the fan shroud and the radiator to make sure that it's got a good seal. Alright, everything is put back together. You can definitely tell that these fans are blowing a lot harder. Not only blowing a lot harder, but if you put your hand in here, you can feel the suction going all the way through the condenser. So I think those ones are just going to perform a little bit better than the ones we had on there. But like I mentioned, I do want to get a set of those Pro Form fans for this. But I did get that all sealed up. We got the fans on there. I got the fan shroud all sealed up. So I feel a lot more confident about all of that. All right, now I need to clean up my mess again, and then we'll move on to the next issue. All right, so the roof rack is great. Just the problem is, because of how high up the lights stick in the front and the lights in the back, I am not capable of loading up my Canoe. And if you don't know, I want to be able to load up my Canoe. Alright, so I'm going to be making a couple standoffs to bolt onto the rack. Basically, it's going to create like a flat portion that we can set the canoe on top and it's not going to be sitting on the lights themselves. So this is what it is that I have so far. I went ahead and I got everything cut, notched, and for the most part cleaned up. Now we just need to wipe all this stuff down and get to welding it. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I have these plates set up to where we'll be able to bolt it directly to the unistrut that is up there. So I do need to get up there and figure out the exact spacing where it is that I need these to sit for them to line up to the holes that are already pre-existing. If you notice, one of them is a little bit taller than the other one. That's because the lights in the front sit a little bit higher than the lights in the back. I basically measured the standoff portion, the height of it, to where these are gonna sit just about an inch above the lights. So this one, this one's gonna sit about an inch above the front lights, and this one about an inch above the back lights. Well, check. Well, there it is, dude. There's the custom standoffs. My custom rack on top of my rack, right? Anyhow, these are sitting ever so slightly, as you can see, sitting above the height of the light. So I'm able to set things up here now without worrying about them sitting on the lights. Like the Canoe, or hell, if we had to go to, I don't know, Home Depot and get a bunch of wood or something, I'd be able to stretch it up there. But it's done. It's painted, bolted up there. It's super solid. But now it's time to test it, dude. I want to see what it looks like with the Canoe up there. Well, there it is, dude. Now the Canoe is sitting up there and it's not impeding with my lights at all. Matter of fact, since it's sitting above the lights, we still have full function of our lights. You know what I mean? It's not like blocking them or anything. So if we do go out and we take the Canoe with us, we still have our lights that we're able to use because the canoe is sitting up higher than it, you know? Anyhow, overall, I think it came out pretty good. I think this is gonna work perfectly because we are actually gonna be going fishing somewhere here pretty soon that we do wanna take the canoe with us, because last time we were out there, we didn't have very much luck because there was just a lot of grass like on the shore. Like, we need to be able to kind of get out into the water, man. But yeah, hopefully that's going to be our first trip where we actually catch some bass. I don't know. We'll see. You'll have to keep an eye out on the Out of the Garage channel for that if you guys are interested in it. But anyhow, dude, there it is, man. We got the fans. We swapped out those fans to the Mishimoto fans. I think those are gonna just perform a little bit better until I end up getting a set of those ProForm fans. I got a lot of the cooling airflow like sealed up, which makes me feel a little bit more confident about it, of course. I fixed a dang rattle on the front of this thing, so now I don't have to worry about that thing rattling while I'm going down the road. And we made the freaking little standoffs for the canoe. Don't you, Canoe? For the canoe! Don't you, Canoe? Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a bunch of little stuff. Now, I think the only things that I have left for the Blazer is nothing but big stuff. And that's going to be in the next one, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the Blazer content. I'm trying to get all this stuff knocked out on this thing. Then, of course, we're going to be switching gears over to khaki. So, by all means, man, show me some support on this. Smash the like button if you guys are excited to see this finished and for us to get on khaki. And before we leave, I just want to give you guys a really quick heads up that we're going to be taking all of the Halloween merchandise, everything that's on the website right now, we're going to be taking that stuff down at the end of this week. So at the moment, we are actually discounting all those t-shirt designs, the sweatpants, everything. We are discounting them tremendously, man. I mean, some of the stuff is literally 50% off. So if you guys want any of that stuff before we take those designs down, because we're working on the new designs. So these, you know, like the booby shirt and I know a lot of those were really popular, man. So if you guys didn't get one, this is your last chance. I'm giving you guys a heads up and there's no code or anything. We marked everything down. So click the link in the description down below. Just go check out the prices, man. They are way down. Cheaper than any other t-shirt you can get from a YouTuber, man. I'll tell you that right now. Anyhow, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash the like button. Peace. And we'll see you on the next one.